Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Baddutch playing the Tier 9 light cruiser Seattle. That's a U.S. cruiser with of course, the ability to lob shells over islands. So I expect we'll probably see some of that. I'm going to go in here real quick and address the UI bug that was introduced with the 10.5 update, just to make sure you can see all the information on the screen there that I want you to be able to see in terms of the lineup, etc. This is a game I have not watched, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. We will be learning about that together. So, what can I tell you about Seattle that maybe, if you're new to the game or haven't run through this line, that you don't know? The guns are 152s. There are 4 turrets, 3 barrels per turret for a total of 12 guns. Reload time is a standard 6.5 seconds. I say standard because, well, things like adrenaline rush can change that as you start taking damage. Base firing range, as you can see there, well, he's got his extended a little bit, so upgraded. So the base firing range, pretty good the way that he's got the ship configured right now. HE shells do a maximum of 2200 damage with a 12% fire chance. AP shells to a maximum of 3200. Velocity on the U.S. cruiser line shell is generally not very good, but that's what allows the kind of the lobbing characteristics that'll allow you to shoot over islands. You can see there 47,650 HP. Now taking a look at the minimap, the bad guys have got, well, they've got a destroyer in the Alpha Cap. Looks like they're going to secure that. They've got another destroyer in the Charlie Cap, and it looks like they're going to get that too before Neptune can get in there, but we'll see. Got to watch this gap. Sometimes torpedoes will come running through there, and there was an Azuma that was up there. I think that's definitely something to watch out. There is a YOLO Emilio making a run straight at the Friedrich de Grosse and Iowa. You can see he turned broadside to get his torpedoes away. Hello. Instead torpedoes the Chungmu, and so it's a trade. Takes out the Chungmu, Z46, right at the edge, but the Z46 did secure the cap. I imagine we might see some torpedoes here. Z46 is, yeah, there are the torpedoes. He was counting on Baddutch just running straight ahead, but Z46 not continuing to run was a big mistake. He came to a stop and in fact reversed in front of a radar cruiser. And he's going to pay for that. Baddutch takes out his engines. He's obviously running the commander skill to be able to continue to move anyway, but not enough. And he's about to get sunk. And Baddutch, he really dodged a bullet there. Those Masashi shells hurt. And courtesy of the Z46 smoke, Baddutch is able to go dark. That German smoke doesn't last very long, so continuing to reverse is probably a really good idea, so that you can get behind the island and use that. And this is what I was talking about as far as the shell characteristics. If you're unfamiliar with the line, it's kind of what these ships are known for. The proliferation of CVs has made it a little bit more difficult to do this, because now CV will just fly right over, and then you get shells from the Masashi coming over the island the other way. Now, the Östergötland out there on the 9 line, he's headed this way, so I imagine he's probably going to spot the Musashi, but we'll see. Okay, taking a look at the big picture. Bad guys have Alpha, good guys have just secured Charlie, with a little help from Baddutch. Good guys are down the Chungmu we saw earlier, and bad guys are down the Z46 and the Paolo Emilio. And Baddutch is it's going to get tougher and tougher to lob over this island the closer that Musashi gets. Might be time to switch to the Izumo. You can see on the minimap the Gross is just pushed right around the Izumo. And Baddutch just begins raining shells on the Izumo. Here's a fire. That's fire number 4. I might scooch the aiming point just a little bit farther forward, trying to light some additional fires. You can see he's kind of hitting the same spot over and over. Izumo must have repaired, so if we can get another fire started here, it'll burn for a while. And Izumo decides I don't want any more of that. Musashi looks like he's just pushing straight in. We'll see whether he changes his mind about that. Gotta be careful here. If he fires again, he might get detected for a second. And Musashi's got him detected with an aircraft. Yeah, Musashi's in big trouble. He's going to try and get the guns off, but we'll see. Will he get a shot off? Just the secondaries. Thank goodness. At that range, those Musashi shells probably would have wrecked this Seattle pretty handily. Meanwhile, the good guys have managed to secure the Bravo cap. Whew. Mr. Gutland tried to take out the Izumo, but the Izumo must have seen it coming. Izumo's turrets do not traverse very quickly. So Baddutch is going to get some free shots here. That third turret did get the guns away, but a little off target. And there's fire number 7. So here we are, 8.5 minutes in, more or less. Our hero has almost 81,000 damage, 2 ships sunk, 193 shells on target, and is moving away from the Charlie cap. Most of the team is at Charlie now. And the bad guys have secured Bravo. I'm not sure exactly why most of the team is heading for Charlie, for kind of the outside edge of the map here. I thought they were positioned reasonably well to try and hold Bravo. Baddutch is going to have a radar up here in a second. I think he's just trying to get, you can see that kind of violet line there, and that is his radar range. So he's got Yugumo in the radar range now, and he can fire on Yugumo, and Yugumo can't see him because Yugumo is, of course, in his own smoke. "17 more seconds. Yugumo's moving forward. Baddutch did anticipate that. Another batch of torpedoes. That Musashi is moving in. That's going to be the last volley with the radar. And having a tough time landing those shells, and that's because, in part, because these shells are just so slow. And Baddutch does not want to fire right now because he's sitting broadside to that rune. And the Izumo. Enemy Fletcher takes out the friendly Neptune. Good guys are down 5 ships, bad guys are down 6. Good guys hold the Charlie cap. Bad guys have Alpha and Bravo. Yeah, that's good advice, Baddutch. Oh, Yugumo smoked, but it's not going to help Baddutch. Fortunately, the Musashi is focused on trying to kill that destroyer. And he did. Well, Buffalo takes out the Yugumo. It's fire number 9, and Baddutch is trying to get behind the island here. All of his battleships ran to Charlie. Again, I don't understand it, but not a whole lot we can do about it. We're just here to watch. Baddutch reinforces the sector, trying to kill that aircraft, and he does, so he can make his escape. Now, there's probably a Fletcher out here somewhere. I have to imagine Baddutch knows the Fletcher's probably out that direction. But he wants to get a little bit farther away from the Musashi so that he's not detected. Sovietsky Soyuz says, "I've got you, Seattle." He's moving up to help with the Musashi. There were the torpedoes from the Fletcher. And now it's time to radar and finish off that Fletcher. Just got to get a little bit closer. Unless you can blind fire him. Fletcher's probably reversing. He is, but still gets caught by the radar just barely, just enough. Baddutch is sitting broadside to that Musashi, but he does finish off the Fletcher. Now he can angle to the Musashi and try and avoid getting blapped. Musashi, fortunately, had his guns pointed the other direction. So Baddutch can start pouring on the fire. Good guys have 6 ships to 4 lead. Sovietsky Soyuz, I don't think he's moving, but he's going to prevent that Buffalo from moving up. That's fire number 10. And Musashi's focused on, well, probably now on the Sovietsky Soyuz. And our hero is able to just rain down HE shells onto the deck of the Musashi. Buffalo's making a run for it. 6 minutes left in the game. That's a lot of time. 2 more fires. That's an even dozen. And it looks like the Musashi's probably running the fire prevention skill. Baddutch picks up the Witherer. Nicely done. And you can see those shells are just going right over the top of the island. And he's at 142,000 damage plus. Now the bad guys have a lead, despite the fact that they're down to 3 ships. And that's on the back of having secured the Bravo cap. You can see torpedoes from Estragutland headed for the Buffalo. Just about the time that our hero starts dropping HE shells into that zone. And now he's got the Yugumo targeted. Yugumo looks like he's going to keep backing up. Now he's going forward. These shells take a little while to get there. Might be about time to pop that hydro. Oh!
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Somebody robbed the Yugumo most of his HP, and Baddutch is able to finish him off. And despite the fact that the good guys currently have a roughly 50-point lead, this looks like it's in the bag for the good guys. So I'm going to say great game. There we go. Now it's flipped around. Masashi's not long for this world. You played a heck of a game here, Baddutch. It's really nice to see Seattle getting some love. That was really fun to watch. Thanks a lot for joining me. I'll see you next time.